Hi guys, it's Skill Jim and welcome back to my channel. You see all these mini consoles and all this Sega goodness right in front of me. You know what day it is, it's a very special one. It is the release of the Mega Drive Mini 2 worldwide, and today I'm going to be showing off the European PAL version of the Mega Drive Mini 2. So we're going to get stuck into that in a moment, but I firstly just want to thank everyone for all of your support over however long I've been doing all these videos and stuff. We did manage to hit 1,000 subscribers recently. So yeah, amazing stuff. I couldn't have done it without any of you guys, of course. And yeah, thanks for watching these random unboxing videos. It's my channel's literally turned into like some sort of a Sega unboxing channel, which wasn't originally intended, I guess, as that, but it's been pretty fun actually doing these sort of videos and with like-minded Shenmue fans and Sega fans like yourselves as well. It's been really cool to be able to show off all of the latest Sega releases and whatever vinyl records and all that sort of shit. So let's get stuck in. So firstly, I thought I'd do like a nice little overview of all the little mini consoles to date from Sega. Obviously, this is where it all began, this little bad boy, which was bad boy. I don't like that word, saying that stuff, but yeah, what was this, like 2018 or something, or 2019? I'm trying to think, when was this actually released now? It's been a while. I remember it being at that Sega Fez. It was announced it was announced I think the same time as Shenmue 1 and 2, so that would have been 2018 I believe, because it was released 2018, Shenmue 1 and 2, so yeah. What's this, like a 4-year-old mini console now, and probably my favourite to date, the original Mega Drive Mini. Obviously this has got all the little add-ons there, and this is the Japanese model actually, which we'll show you. We'll compare with the European model in a moment. So let me set that down. So after the Mega Drive Mini, you can't really see it, we'll show these boxes off in a moment. That's the European, that was the Japanese. They released... What did they release next? I think it was the Game Gear stuff. That was like the second mini console. This is like absolutely tiny. As you can see, this is the limited edition white version that's got like a load of list games on. But there was also the blue Game Gear Mini, or Micro actually, it's called Game Gear Micro. The yellow, the black, which is your traditional colour, and the red. And they actually released this very nice, I think this was a Rakuten, I haven't said that word for ages, Rakuten exclusive, really nice carrier case for all, yeah, there you go, Rakuten, Sega. I really like this one actually. These are all little mini cartridge pin badges. Don't know why I'm pointing them at the light as though someone's looking over there, but just to get a little bit of a light effect on them. You can see really nice metal pins, and these are the, a bit dusty actually, I don't know how. It's got dust in there, but black, blue, red and yellow. Carrier case, really nice, yeah. Probably the best way to store the Game Gears, and that was like a magnifying glass thing. Didn't really do anything. We found that out actually in the video when I was going through, but still pretty cool actually overall. That's just the box for the tower. I've shown that off already, so we'll move that out the way. And then after that, I think that stuff was just a little bit after, but yeah, they came out with the Astro City Mini, which is an awesome little mini console actually. Has it got 37 of those, read 37 arcade games on there. Really good device if you're a fan of like classic Sega arcade titles, ranging from Virtua Fighter, Space Harrier, Fantasy Zone, even Cotton's on there, etc. Alien Syndrome, Golden Axe, I think he was on here as well, yeah, the Revenge of Death Adder, which is like one of the first home ports of that in a sense. So yeah, that was an awesome mini console. And then briefly they came out with like this little add-on for the Mega Drive Mini. I think this was like last year. It's like a Master System sort of, well, it is a Master System, isn't it? adapter anyway for your Mega Drive, so you could put in Master System carts and these Hue cards, whatever they're called. And there's another one there, just a little bonus thing. Might even be a pack actually of them, just like little accessories. Like, I think I did compare it to like a Polly Pocket or something like that at the time. I still don't know if there's a better comparison out there, but I stand by that. Okay, and then they came out with this Astro City V, which is like very recent actually, like within the last couple of months, right? I've done an unboxing video of all of these little gadgets and mini consoles and stuff, so if you're interested, if you're new here, I'll probably throw some things up. Oh yeah, and of course the little Astro City consoles have these accessories as well, kind of thing. It's really cool actually to accessorize your little mini consoles. When the Japanese model of the Mega Drive Mini 2 comes out, we're going to be seeing a lot more of that with that DX pack, which I'm really looking forward to. I'm currently consolidating a couple of things, so that's going to take a day or two, and then we're going to get EMS shipping on that to get that over here. So probably by the end of next week, I'll probably be doing like a more in-depth, which I mean this is kind of turning in-depth already. We're coming up to like the 6th minute, are we? Just over. And we haven't even done the unboxing yet. So, but yeah, this is the PAL model of Mega Drive Mini 1. I believe it came with a 3-button controller, which is not mini at all really. That is like the original full-size controller we all had back in the day, with the Sonic and Sonic 2 playing on that. I never had a 6-button controller back in the day actually. I'd never really, well, not that I knew they existed, I'm not sure, but I never felt the need to. I know a lot of people ended up getting these for like your fighting games. I wasn't a massive Street Fighter sort of fighting game guy, so yeah, I never really even thought about a 6-button controller until the Sega Saturn anyway. So yeah, that's pretty cool. This is a nice little carrier case, and they've done a Mega Drive Mini 2 carrier case as well, which is one of the things that I've consolidated, that we're going to wait on when it actually comes. So these are the boxes. I believe I've seen on Twitter, and Matt I think showed me as well, the size difference between the Mini 1 and the Mini 2, and you can tell actually just by the Amazon box, which is tiny actually. I was almost a little nervous if they'd sent me the right thing when it arrived, because it was so small. Who'd have thought it, eh? Like a mini console being small. So let's crack into this. I've kept you guys waiting. I just wanted to extend this video a little bit, giving you the overview there of all the classic minis thus far. Ooh, it's got a bit of weight to it. Just a box with a brick in. But yeah, you can see straight away the box comparison. They've really condensed it. That included 2 control pads. This includes just 1. I know it says AC adapter not included there, but I don't think there was there, because that was like, this was around the time where it was like sacrilege to not have an adapter. It was like, oh my god, it's just a USB cord. Where are you going to plug that? But these days, everything does it these days, doesn't it? I think that was, Apple did that first, didn't they, with the iPhone? I think they stopped including a little adapter, and then all these other companies clued on. They were like, yeah, we don't really need to send a heavy weighted adapter thing worldwide. You can save costs of, well yeah, I bet shipping costs have been saved by these companies by not including that heavy plug thing. I don't know if it is like for this Mega Drive Mini specifically, but I know on the Astro City Minis I've heard that it's like, it's better to get an actual recommended adapter to play those consoles in, because obviously they're just USB. The USB needs to go into a plug, and the plug needs to go into like a wall socket. But I've heard like the plug that goes into the wall socket needs to be a certain special plug, not special plug, but like a recommended one. I'm not sure if it's like the voltage or the wattage or something, but I think it's supposed to help with like input lag for some reason. So yeah, that's something to be mindful of. I'm not sure if these are the same or it's just literally the Astro City Minis, but let's take a look at the box there, guys. I'm starting to waffle. So we've got more games than the Mega Drive Mini 2, and actually I was really surprised when they were going through all of like what's going to come out going to be released on this little console, I was surprised how many games they were actually doing. So obviously the original has got 40 with 2 bonus. You can see the game listings there if you want to pause the video and zoom in and see what games are on there. You're probably all familiar with what games were on there. Obviously the 2 bonus ones there were Darius, which I don't think was ever released on the Mega Drive, so that was like quite interesting. And Tetris was like one that was like, again, I don't think it was released, but it kind of was. There was like maybe a prototype or something going around at one point, so that was cool to get them. But this time we've got 53 classic games and 7 bonus titles, so there's actually 60 games on here as opposed to 42, so an extra 18. Nice quick math I just did for you there. There's the list of all the games there. And of course, these include 12 Mega CD games. We're getting Mega CD games for the first time, which is really cool on a mini console. There might even be more. I believe there's more on the Japanese model, so that's going to be interesting to compare. You've got your list of Mega CD titles there on the right. And these are the 7 bonus games are Devil and P, Fantasy Zone, which is kind of like a remake, I believe. They remade Fantasy Zone, so that's going to be interesting to play that because that's one of my favourite Genesis games, arcade games from back in the day, and the soundtrack's incredible. And actually that data discs, when I saw that Fantasy Zone soundtrack on vinyl, I almost jizzed my pants, to be fair. Spatter, I forgot what that is actually, in terms of like what I think that looked like when they were showing it. I can picture the Deviant P. Sorry, that was like who made that? I feel like it's related to Sonic. Not was it Yuji Naka? Don't think. Oh, it might be. I don't know. My brain's all twisted there. But yeah, that's like an unreleased game. Fantasy Zone, I was saying like a remake. Spatter is unreleased, I believe. I can't even think what that is. Space Harrier 2, what they've done there, if you hadn't been following, you're just literally just listening to me for randomly, and you don't know what's going on with this model, but yeah, Space Harrier 2, obviously the Genesis version, or the Mega Drive version of Space Harrier 2, sequel, not really, it's like a bit of a step down, if anything, from the arcade. It was all blocky and like slow moving, and you know, people are moaning about 30 FPS at the moment. That play was like 5 FPS, mate, honest. So they've kind of remade that, or they've done it so that it's more in line with the original arcade Space Harrier. So that's going to be amazing to actually play Space Harrier 2 and actually be able to play it, if that makes sense, because it was like almost unplayable before. Star Mobile, oh, I can picture that actually now. Is it like a puzzle bobble looking thing? I can't remember. Super Locomotive, I believe it's a train game. I don't know, was it ever released on the Mega Drive? I'm not sure. I might have to do some research before I get into the Japanese model. But yeah, that's cool. I think that's first time on the Mega Drive or whatever, especially on here anyway, outside of the arcade. I think it was an arcade game, that one. And versus Puyo Puyo Sun, which I believe for some reason it was a Sega Saturn game, right? Puyo Puyo Sun. So I'm not quite sure why that's on here, but I think with it only saying versus, and I kind of remember, it's just 2-player mode, I think. But I'm not sure, maybe it is 1 player. It might just not be the full Puyo Puyo Sun that was on the Saturn, I'm not sure. Anyway, that is all the bonus games, all the games on there. We're going to open it quickly now. I don't know why you guys watch me, honest. I talk some nonsense, man. We're going to see what controllers we've got. Oh, that's literally it, guys. There you go. Everything's out there. So, let's go for the controller first. I think it's a 3-button one. It isn't. It's a 6-button one. And actually, there's some little nibs on that, so you know what you can find the Y. I should have left. Actually, we can get easy access to it. Let's compare it. So it might just be the same, actually. The D-pad feels a little bit stiffer, perhaps. Obviously, the start button's red. But other than that, got the mode button there. Very nice. It's going to match the aesthetics of the new console here, the Mega Drive Model 2, in a sense. HDMI cable to be expected. In fact, it's probably easier to get a hold of them than it is the little bloody shitty power adapters these days. USB cord, of course, for, well, that's what you need to hook up to the power adapter that we don't have. Or, well, I do. I don't think I'm going to show you the thing playing today, just because we're already racking up some minutes here. And I'm going to do a really big video, I guess, when we get into the Japanese model. And I've got a couple of bonus items actually to show you. That's probably something you've read in the title. So there's the power, just like it is like a Model 2 machine. Reset button, of course. If you're familiar with a Model 2 over a Model 1. I should have, where's the Model 1 console gone there? We'll compare it to that in a moment. Obviously, you've got all the details on the bomb. That's interesting, actually. It says Darts Live Europe in thingy in there. Obviously, we know I did that Darts Live video with the dartboard. Again, another chance to link something if you haven't seen that video. But yeah, that's a Sega product. Sega Toys, actually, I think some sort of a branch of them create the Darts Live boards. So perhaps they've created the Mega Drive Mini 2, perhaps. Seems like they did the Astro City Minis as well. Or this could just be the company that's, well, they've been sent by, it's an Amazon exclusive, isn't it? So I'm not quite sure on that, actually. I didn't know there was some sort of a Darts Live involvement. These little things, I had a few of these already. That's from the Mini 1. These obviously, when you get your accessories, which again, you'll see in the next video that I do on the Japanese model. We're going to have a DX pack that comes with the actual, sort of like the Tower of Power, but the sideways version, the one that like it's the model that I've actually got hooked up to my TV. I might just show that briefly in a moment, just so you can see. Obviously, this is the PAL version, different looks and styles going on across the globe. Obviously, with the Genesis, it's going to say Genesis down there. And I think these buttons are black actually in America. Might be wrong on that. And Japanese model, I can't even picture actually in my head. So that's going to be interesting when we see that one. Put it next to that. It's smaller. It's lower actually. I assume that they've done them to scale. I'm not sure. I don't know if I've ever actually got my Mega Drive 1 and 2 out and compared them to such a degree like this. Your two controller ports, is that it? USB ports, where you can plug in these USB controllers, or perhaps you've got some of the retro bit controllers, or whatever they were called. You can get like the wireless versions and that sort of stuff. Plug the adapters in there, it all works. If you've got the arcade stick from the Astro City Mini, that goes in, that can work with these. I've tried it on the Mega Drive Mini 1, so that was really cool. The Cyber Stick I really wanted to get. Unfortunately, it's sold out, and it was about 200 quid in total after shipping and all that sort of shit. So, yeah, it's one I slightly regret not getting, but again, there's a lot of money. And we've got the DX pack coming from Japan, and obviously I want to get this model because there's actually different games on these. I don't know if you know, I haven't mentioned it, but there's different games on the Japanese model to the PAL. I think the Genesis one, the American one, is the same as the PAL. So before there was like a few different variants. There was like an Asian one, I believe, that was released in Hong Kong perhaps, or that's something like that. And they had maybe like 1 or 2 different games on compared to everyone else, which was kind of thing. But they're actually, I think, any regional exclusives are actually on this machine now, which is kind of funny. They've kind of just used those ROMs that they did extra, in a sense, and put them on the Mega Drive Mini 2, so you kind of haven't missed out. Maybe if you don't get the Japanese model, because like I say, there's a lot of games on there, Mega CD games as well, that are exclusive to the Japanese model. I think Luna 1 and 2 are on the Japanese model, and I don't believe they're on this model, no. So again, if you want to get the full collection of games there, you're going to have to get the Japanese model as well. So yeah, guys, that is the Mega Drive Mini 2. I don't have too much more to say on that, other than I will pause for a moment and show you the full thing that's going to happen with the Mega CD add-on. Here we go, guys. So excuse any dust that you might see on it. I haven't cleaned it to show you anyway, but a little bit of dust around there. But yeah, so that is what we're expecting to get. Obviously, that is there. So you can see, if I can fit it in view, quite well replicated actually. And obviously that attachment there is going to come off, and we're going to get this. It's going to be the Japanese version, but it's going to be the Mega CD add-on, which is going to be really cool. And it actually comes with some little discs and some extra carts, I believe, so that we can have that kind of effect there. So yeah, really looking forward to getting that soon. Right, I think that'll do for now on the Mega Drive Minis. So please stick around, come back in probably about a week's time when we'll be doing the Japanese one. But if you want to stay around, I've got a couple more packages. I'm just going to tack onto this because they're not worthy of their own video. So little story on this one. This is from a shop called Misa, I believe. Sega released like a line of like really cool t-shirts recently in Japan a few months back, and let's get the invoice out of the way there. I ordered from possibly Ebtem. That's like my go-to Sega website for official merch, and I picked up a Fantasy Zone t-shirt, probably put a picture of that up, and a Res t-shirt. Really cool shirts. And this company, Misa, was doing these fantasy, what am I about, Panzer Dragoon t-shirts, which looked absolutely stunning. I mean, look how sick that is. And they actually sent them, unfortunately, by sea mail. So it's taken about 3 months from them shipping them for them to arrive, but they have arrived. And I'm really excited about these. I love getting brand new Sega t-shirts, and look at the state of that, mate. That is disgusting in a good way. There's the Panzer Dragoon logo in the collar. Absolutely stunning graphic. Is that all fitting on there? And there's the text at the bottom as well. Really, really nice. Anything on the sleeves? Just double check. There's nothing on the back that I can see. But yeah, the graphic on the front there is absolutely stunning. Some really, really nice t-shirts recently, to be fair, in Japan. Like, if you see the lineup of stuff, they've had like Space Harrier t-shirts and all sorts. I've been really, really tempted to buy more. But these are the two I bought from this website called Misa. Looks quite wide actually, that, but as long as it fits. Very, very nice. Graphic again. It says take aim. And it goes over to the back a little bit there. You've got a bit more of a graphic going on at the bottom there. And again, these are officially licensed Panzer Dragoon t-shirts. There's a few more designs. There you go, Misa or Mesa, it is actually Mesa store. I put the links to these in the description below if you're interested in that. Again, like I say, like-minded Sega fans, I'm pretty sure you will find them sick as well as I do. Right, this one. Again, another one that's been a long time coming. In fact, I believe me and Matt ordered these about a year ago. If not longer, actually, probably about a year and a half ago. Ridiculous. I don't know why it's taken so long. First time, I think they were nearly ready or something, and then something happened. There was like a misprint or something had messed up with the boxes, so they had to remake them. But like, that was like a year ago. So I don't know again why it's taken a year. I guess you can just blame COVID on this sort of stuff. But yeah, pleased to finally get this. This is a Sonic 2. Oh, a little bit of a bend at the bottom there. A Sonic 2 Funko Pop. Sonic 2 branded. This is number 1 of the Pop Games series, where they're slightly oversized and they've got a little bit of a backdrop going on. And what are those little holes in mine? Is that just... is there some extra... is there like a seal on the front there that I can peel off? For some reason there's like... can you see those little holes in mine? I always seem to end up with like some strange... remember the bloody music box? That feels like it's got a... yeah, I think it has got some sort of a screen protectory thing going on there, so I might peel that off actually, just because it looks a little bit wrong how it's like that. But really nice. It's like really hard plastic. I do tend to get my Funko Pops out of the box, but I think the beauty of this one is the box, and obviously the backdrop there. It is like the front cover to Sonic 2. Really nice. I have seen a few Funko Pops recently that I do find really strange. They've got like, have you seen that Jurassic Park one where it's like it's like down here, it's supposed to be a Jurassic Park poster, and it's like quite big, but the little figure's like right down here. It just looks odd how there's so much space and a tiny fucking figure down here. But obviously it works for the Sonic one. You can't really see him completely. If you were, you know, just on your shelf like that, you can only really see his head popping up there, which I don't know, maybe they could have platformed him to start a little bit higher, but then obviously you're covering the background there, so it's a thingy situation there. I don't know how to get... let's see if we can open this carefully. And I need to do that ruler hack. I need to buy a ruler first. Hopefully we might be able to just do this gently. It is coming up. Ah, bollocks, it isn't. Fuck's sake, man. I hate these fucking boxes. I'm going to have to leave it like that, otherwise I'm going to rip it. I've already fucking started to rip it there. What a fucking knob I am. Why didn't I just find that ruler that that bloke said? If you are a bloke. I don't want to assume your gender. Is that supposed to be glue there? That's not a fucking crack, is it? Are you fucking kidding me? You wait a year and a half and there's a fucking crack going all the way down there. You seen that? Fuck's sake. Why do I always end up with this shit? Or is it supposed to be glue? Maybe it's glue, I don't know. It looks like a crack, doesn't it? Is that a crack? What the fuck's going on there? Might be glue, I don't know. Is it where they've glued this? I'm going to have to get a ruler. So what's the ruler trick? Shove it in there and then pop it out or something. Let me try the bottom. Okay, so the bottom's come out nicely. Okay, I apologise for going a bit mental there. I thought it was all cracked. It looked like it was cracked, didn't it? But it's actually sealed. So I take it back, guys. Going off on one a bit there. It's just like, I just expect to get something like that these days. There's been quite a few. Like, again, if you're new to the channel, thanks for watching. Appreciated. But I do tend to get a lot of broken stuff randomly, like the Shenmue music box had a crack in it. The Panzer Dragoon soundtrack I bought was thrown over a gate and all squashed and shit. Oh, that's actually gorgeous. I take it back. I take it back. That is gorgeous, isn't it? You could actually just display it like that. If you're watching, Matt, have you done that yet? That's actually really cool. And Sonic doesn't move. I thought it was loose in there. There's actually some holes I'm assuming you could hang it up on your wall, like a box sort of thing on your wall. Yeah, that's rather nice actually. It's going to collect all your fingerprints and dust, I assume, on the top there. But honestly, that's cracking, that is. Pardon the pun. It isn't cracked. But yeah, awesome. I don't know, is that screwing in the... Oh, Sonic's actually screwed into the back there. That's why he's not moving. You can see that. I don't know if anyone else has actually done a proper close-up unboxing of this thing like I am right here. And tacking it on the end of a Mega Drive Mini 2. Who am I? I don't care, do I? Yeah, awesome. So that's it, guys. I think we'll leave it there. It might be nice not being in this box, actually. I do like the box because that is apparently the Magic Madhouse, Mad Magic House, or Magic Madhouse exclusive. The ones you may have seen of like just black, possibly black and white, like Mega Drive sort of colours on the cases. This is actually a nice orange and yellow. And I like the back of the box there, that's really cool. But that is incredible. I'm really impressed with that. I think that's worthy of just displaying just like that, so you can see the whole figure. You can see it's kind of like a proper enclosure, that is, like something you go out your way to buy, actually, like a vinyl acrylic sort of a standy thing for you. Rambling again, guys, sorry. Right, so see you on the next video very soon, actually, because I'm just about in a rambling mode, but I'm just about to record a Bayonetta 3 video straight after this. So you might get 2 videos in one day. Enjoy. See you later, guys.